correlates strongly to an individual's hockey IQ, because regardless of your size, if you find a way to be visible out there in a positive way, you probably understand the game pretty well.
You know, the one thing I learned from Mel Davidson scouting, she just told me you don't want to be the last player to touch the puck on your team. And that is a very compelling observation, because they're the ones that don't move it to good ice, don't protect it, aren't able to hang on to it. You lose possession. And that's one quality that simplifies evaluation. And hockey sense, I think we've gone, Tom, through the era of skating first. Now it's really big on hockey sense. And I've always felt that of all the three, the skills are pretty equal today. The hockey sense is a separator, but it's pretty good, pretty equal. The difference at the NHL level is the intangibles. How they can play so hard, so competitively, so physically, game after game, it amazes me. So it takes a special breed to play at that highest level. And, you know, and I really like it. Like, we're fans of the game. But we're not dedicated to the professional game. We're dedicated to the good of the game and what it does for kids. So, hell, that 4'7" player going to Harvard, she's going to be a hell of a student athlete.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How far she's going to go, I don't give a damn.
Right.
It's what she's going to do when she comes out of that experience, to me, that really matters. So we've got to be careful of our kids not getting to that next level, being better than this kid, and who's scoring, who'd be drafting who's playing who's shortening your bench, because the reality of remind ourselves, why are we doing what we're doing at
Right.
our level? It's different than at the pro level.
For sure.
And the pro level tends to make better use of their personnel than a lot of minor hockey league teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, while I think a lot of minor hockey coaches, especially younger, I don't even say younger, I'll say less experienced coaches, tend to use the NHL as a bit of a template, which is a mistake.
But I think it's unavoidable because it's so popular. We watch how players play, and we're looking at the draft, and they're going to bigger, stronger, maybe faster than smarter. I don't know. It's
Well, think
evolved.
about Florida. If you want to watch a team, they use all four lines.
Yes, that's my
They use
point.
all four lines, and Edmonton ends up doing the two lines, and they get exhausted.
Yeah.
And they get clobbered at the end.
Yeah. No, it's an art. Definitely an art. So, when you go full circle, I come back to Puerto Rico and your experience. Some of those kids are going to colleges right now. Sounds like all of them are pretty well, and they're getting good experiences out of it. And I can honestly say, and I think we can all speak to that, we were students first, athletes second.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a fun summer for these ladies.
Yeah. Are they?
Where do they practice?
Well, so practice is there's a tournament. Again, there's a tournament end of August. They come in early and they get a day of practice skating together.
Where are they doing this?
This is down in Florida. This is actually down in, I think it's the Panthers practice facility.
Okay.
Coral Springs. So they'll come in and they'll skate, and then it's 5 days, bunch of games, and back on the plane. See you soon. The other thing that they have developmental wise too, which is pretty interesting, IHF, they do 3-on-3 tournaments. That's
I've seen those. I've never seen one, but I've seen that they do that.
yeah, so that's kind of they're doing one. I think it's in Argentina in November. So they'll end up picking the best 9 players off of this team, I think, unless again, there's always players filtering into this. So it's always kind of a organic and a work in progress in that regard. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes too. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's not really practice. I mean, there's Zoom calls before and talks about strategy and things like that and things to work on as a group, but not the ability to have a 2-week camp where let's go through all this stuff and now let's go down and play a tournament.